Hey everyone, welcome to the December Buy It Now sale. I got 5 items for you guys in December. Yes, I know it's Christmas time. Merry Christmas to all of you. I always do my Christmas sale in November, so that way you still have some money to buy it and you don't have to think about saving money for December. And with that in mind, I pulled 5 items that are relatively inexpensive, so I'm not going to be putting a huge dent in anybody's Christmas shopping. What is it I am doing specifically? Well, I'm going to put up 5 items. I'm going to list their number. I'm going to tell you about the item, show you front and back so that you can see exactly what you're getting. I'm going to tell you what it's worth, and I'm going to tell you my asking price. All you have to do is leave a comment down below, and in that comment, put the item number and the price. And if you are the first one to comment that particular item number for that particular price, you will get the item for that price. That's it. People always want to know, well, how do you pay for this stuff? Well, here are your ways. I accept Zelle and PayPal. You can do stupluback at msn.com for Zelle and PayPal. I also accept Cash App, which would be $Stu or you can do check or money order to P.O. Box 171, Russell, Illinois 60075. That is your payment method. As far as shipping goes, I cover the shipping costs. So whatever price I say is the price you pay. Period. End of story. All right. So I have 5 items. I've got more than 5 notes, but 5 items. And like I said, these are more fun stuff, smaller stuff, kind of clearing out the bottom of the auction box to get ready to start off the new year. So let's get started. Item number 1 is actually 3 notes. So let's knock these out one at a time. The first one, this is a 1935 H silver certificate, and it happens to be a star. Not in the greatest of condition. This is pretty much the typical condition of circulated notes from this particular series, but being a star note, it's always fun to find the ones with the stars. These notes aren't that expensive. These are probably in the $5 range. These are probably $2 to $3 if they aren't a star note, but since they are so common, if you're going to have one, you might as well have one with a star. So that's this particular one. It's got a little bit of a staining here. Definitely a circulated note, not trying to make it anything that it's not, but simply by virtue of the fact that it's a star note, that makes it better than most of the $1 silver certificates in circulated condition. So I've got the star note, and I also have a web note. This is from 1995, and you can see right there, it only has the single digit. And if we check the back, you can see that the plate number is up on top instead of in the regular location. Also, looking on the front, normally right in here, it tells the location on the sheet for this particular bill, but since this was done off of one continuous roll of paper, there is no location. So those are your proofs that this is an actual web note, an experimental note. I've found, I think, one of these in circulation in the last 2 or 3 years. You used to be able to find them pretty regularly, but you know me, I go through 1,000 notes a week, and to go years without finding one, yeah, that's hard to find. Once again, they are out there. You just got to look for them. Anyway, web notes go for about $10 or so, depending on which series that they are in. This one is the last series, and that is going with that one. And I'm also going to throw in this one. This is a 1928 G Red Seal $2 bill. Now, this one is probably the best condition of the three. Well, maybe not. This and the web note and this one are pretty close. The 28G is the last 1928 series. The G was the last 28 series, but the 1928 series was the first series of small size currency. Everything before this was the giant stuff. This particular note is in decent condition. These always stand out. Here, I'll go in close, trying to avoid a lot of the reflection because it's bright outside today. There's that. Anyway, these are easily identifiable because the seal is on this side. When they go to the later series, this seal is now over here. So when you see a 28, or when you see a seal on this side, that's a quick identifier that it's a 28. And of course, looking at the back, you can see Monticello there. Really cool note. All right, so for these three, we're talking roughly, oh, what was the price on this one? Let me get my cheat book here. There we go. The Star is $3 to $5. The Web Note's about $10. The 28G, this is about $11. Those are grade 8 prices. These are better than that. Anyway, even in the grade 8 price, what is that? $11, $21, $26. I pay roughly $7 to ship these to you guys. If you are interested in item number 1, which is all three of these notes, the 2, the Web Note, and the Star, you can have all three of these notes, $20. Item number 1, $20 for the 3 notes. Item number 2, another cool small size silver certificate. This is the 1934 $1 silver certificate. Now the 34 series, what makes these so great is this giant blue numeral on this side. All of the 34 series, the 1, the 5, and the 10 have that blue numeral there. The thing is that for the 10 and the 5, they made a 34 and a 34A and a 34B and a 34C and a 34D. But for the $1 denomination, the only one you can get is the 1934. That makes this the keynote in the series. When you check in the book, the 5 and the 10 are worth basically as much as the 1. They're all in the $30, $35 range. This particular one in a grade 8 lists at $33. Take a look at the back. So yeah, it is circulated. There's plenty of folds. There's a little bit of discoloring, but the note is all there. And being a keynote in that particular series, the 5 and the 10, like I said, in lesser condition, are fairly easy to find at similar prices. The 1, that's the tough one. All right, so what am I going to ask on the $1? If you are interested on the $1, like I said, the book is in an 8 is 33, and a 20 is 35, or a 12 is 35, a 20 is 40. I'm going to simply say, if you're interested in this one, remember, I pay the shipping, which is like $7 or so. If you are interested in this one, you can have it for $29. That's $29 including shipping. So item number 2, $29, the 1934 $1 silver certificate. Item number 3, I have another silver certificate, but this one's a little different. This is a 1935A Hawaii silver certificate. I'm going to pull that out as well. It's got a little bit of the discoloring that you see in a lot of the notes. It does have a couple creases in it. So it is circulated. That's fine. No problem with having circulated notes. You'll notice on the back it does have the black Hawaii overprint. And looks like it's got a black mark here or something. Looking at the front, you have the brown seal, you have the brown serial numbers, and you've got the Hawaii overprint as well. The emergency currency from World War II, the Hawaii note. This one is FR 2300, and in a grade 8, it's 45. In a grade 12, it's 50, and in a grade 20, it's $75. This particular note is much better than a grade 8. But once again, that grade 8 price, that's $45. Remember, I'm selling these with that $7 shipping cost. I keep bringing that up because I can't believe how much shipping has gone up since I started doing this. Anyway, if you're interested in this note, the price including shipping is going to be $39. So $39, and you can have the Hawaii emergency currency. Item number 3, $39. Let me put that back in the sleeve here. There we go. So that is item number 3. Item number 4. This is from 1928, series of 1928, and it's a $10 small size note. The $10 small size notes from 28, the Federal Reserve notes, are neat because they have the numeral instead of the letter. You only find that in the 1928 series. By 1934, they replaced all of those with letters, and in most of the 28A, B, C series, they also replaced it with the letter. But the 28 series, without any letter after it, that's going to have the numeral only. That's what makes these cool. The very first small size notes. This one has been circulated. You can see it does have numerous creases in it. Doesn't change the coolness factor. The back is a little darker than the front. And that's why I always tell you guys, take a look at the back of the notes, because the eye appeal could be decent on the front, but the back tells the true story. So if you want to know condition, look at the back. However, eye appeal, that's on the front. Once again, there are numerous creases. I'm not trying to say this note is perfect in any way, shape, or form, but that also reflects in the price. This note, according to the book, is FR 2000G, and in a grade 20, this note is $50, and in a grade, if it was uncirculated, this would be $500. So 50 to 500 is the price range listed in the book. My price with shipping on the 1928 $10 note, you can have this one, item number 4, 40 bucks. Yep, that's it, 40 bucks. Item number 4 is $40. And finally this week, I thought this was cool. I didn't know when I was going to let this one go, but gotta do it. This is a $10 note, $10 fractional note from the Civil War. The 10-cent note right here, you can see has Washington on it, so there are people who collect any note that has Washington. This, you can see, says fractional currency on it right there. The Act of March 3rd, 1863. I think this is the third series, if I recall. I want to say it's the first series that actually lists fractional on there instead of postal. It was initially known as postal currency, and they changed it to fractional currency. These were printed because during the Civil War, people were hoarding precious metal. The reason why I'm showing you guys the front is because there's nothing on the back. That's because this is a specimen note. Now, I do want to tell you that it was previously mounted, so it does have a dot here. I say dot, it has a spot right here where it was mounted. But the other thing I'm going to point out is that when I held that up to the light, you can see right there are holes right here. But I want to point out specifically about these holes. The holes happen to be where the signature is. And let me stress signature, because this is actually signed by Colby and Spinner. Signed, autographed note, okay? And these were printed on relatively thin paper. So there was some kind of contaminant in the ink, and when Spinner did his signature, the ink got very thick in these portions and kind of deteriorated the paper. Once it dried out, that made the paper crisp and it cracked away. So the ink from his actual signature has eaten through the paper. You can see the ink going through the paper here. Yeah, it's a real signature, real autographed note. For the specimen autographed note with Colby and Spinner's signature on there, the book puts this out at over $200. Me, I don't do that to you guys. If you're interested in the specimen, we're going to do, including shipping, item number 5, 99 bucks, $99, and you can have the Colby Spinner autographed specimen note. So that's what I got for you guys this week. A bunch of different interesting things. I kept all the prices pretty low, just trying to keep things affordable so you don't have to go out of your way to have a little bit of fun, and you can still take care of Christmas for everybody else. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.